Hi everyone, this is Karina Dean, and I am back with another video for your Saturn Return Survival Kit series. And this is the final curtain as Saturn sits at 29 degrees, moving forward, and within the next 24 hours, depending on what time you see this video, honestly, Saturn will be out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius. And for those who have been undergoing Saturn return, this final step is the step of mastery. This final step is the energy of rebirth, especially for Scorpio, which we experience a death of some sort, a death of or letting go of some part of us that we had held on to. And what I really want to reflect in this video is my interpretation of that death. Very often we are uncomfortable with the concept of death. I know that I was for a very long time until I started working on myself and working on astrology. And what I've come to find is that there truly is not what we think death is, which is nothing but more of a transformation, in which once you let go of the old, there is something new that must now come into an existence. The old itself is not let go of completely. It stays in our memory. And it's essential that it does stay in our memory, for it is the building blocks of who it is that we want to be now as we move into a new cycle of our lives. And speaking of cycles, we're really looking at karma in its truest form, in the merging of the universal law of that which we put out, we get back. And during the Saturn return, we have experienced the accumulation of this karma in our lives thus far. And with this turn, out of the Saturn return, we're turning into a new cycle that we have the ability to create new karma for ourselves. Because that which we put out always comes back to us. And as we continue living in this life, we are continuing to prep ourselves for our future, which will eventually be our present again. Meaning that we will be prepping ourselves for the time in which we get back the karma, the new cycle that we begin right now. We are constantly in this cycle. And this is what this Saturn return is really there to show us, is that we are constantly in a cycle. And it's all about figuring out and creating the cycle that you want to be a part of. So we can't really escape it, but we can create a new way of life, new habits, new patterns that are a rebirth, a new direction for us as we get out of the old habits and the old patterns. Now, going back to memory, I feel like it's really important to remember who it is that we once were and who it is that we once identified ourselves to be, why it is that we chose to let go. We must remember our truth story, because it's the memory of remembering that keeps us from going back into these older ways of being. So rebirth is not quite the blank canvas that we always see it as. It's not a completely clean slate. Rebirth is taking that which we know we have once been and then making something new out of it. Truly what I believe is the ultimate definition of a transformation. So with this Saturn return ending for the Scorpio generation, I just wanted to say that I hope that these videos were helpful for you, or for anyone who's watching these Saturn return videos. I really do hope that they have been beneficial on your journey. And as I enter into the next phase I will be bringing about some theories on these generations and how they connect to the concepts of star seeds, as well as how the following generations undergoing Saturn return are actually, from my perspective, a part of the elevation of this entire collective, basically. And using the Saturn return, I'm going to be able to create a platform in which to explain my theories. So please look forward to that. And for Saturn returners moving forward, you'll be getting videos not as frequent, but I will be having videos for the Saturn returners in the future that are coming up, starting with Sagittarius. And I hope that these videos will be beneficial to these generations as well, especially with the way that I theorize them. I think it will give a lot of purpose and aid to understanding your own purpose as you undergo this very transformative time in your life. So thank you very much for supporting me, and look forward to more from me on the Cycle Breaker blog and channel. And I will see you very soon. This is Karina Dean, and I'm signing off. Bye.